Yo, Wagwan, hope you are having a great day, evening, all that sort of stuff. Yes, this top is extremely creased. No, I don't care. Don't tell me in the comments. Let's keep it moving. If you don't know who I am, I'm Jay Cartere from GrowOnYouTube.com, teaching you how to be better at YouTube marketing, online business, and music. And in this video, I want to talk about the huge value of creating content that you may not know about, to be honest, because it seems like most content creators do not understand how valuable they are. And of course, different content creators have different levels of value. Let's be real out here. But if you are someone who can create content and who does create content on a consistent basis, and you know how to create valuable content, that is a very, very valuable skill that a lot of companies and a lot of people really value and they really want. Like, the market values it. Like, in this day and age, companies need to be creating content. So I want to talk about two big factors that make creating content a very, very valuable thing. And hopefully, from learning this, you'll be able to implement it in your own life, in your own, creative endeavors, in your own content creation scheme, and plan out what kind of content creator you want to be and how you can use your skills in content creation to basically get to where you want to get to. So that's my hope for this video. I'm trying to give you the information so that you can take that and then create your own roadmap and get to where you want to get to, basically. So let's start with the thing that I think is most obvious, and we'll talk about like the emotional value of creating content and that sort of stuff, and the effects of actually creating the content, because this is what most content creators are focused on. This is what most content creators are striving for, basically. Even if they don't know that they're striving for it, they're usually striving for this because they want more, followers and all that sort of stuff. And to do that, you need to create that emotional content, not emotional content, but that emotional value, or there's other value, but you need to create value for the market, for the consumers, basically. And that's what I'm talking about here, for the viewers. Now, I was having a conversation with a friend the other day. Might as well give her a quick plug. Aish Banai, she's a piercer. She pierces people and sells jewelry online. I would link her channel in the description, but she doesn't post nearly enough to warrant that. But if you go to my homepage, she is linked on the right-hand side, basically. So you can check out her channel if you want to. If you need to buy jewelry or anything like that, go through her. Great stuff, innit? But I was talking to her, and I was talking to her about her piercings and stuff, because I had realized, I don't know when I realized this, but basically I was talking about like the effects of one action and how it spreads further than we may think at first glance. Because in her mind, like, when she pierces someone, like, that's it, done, innit? That's the value exchange. Is someone wants a new piercing, she gives it to them, they go on their way, and now they have a new piercing. And I understand that that's how most people see what they do. For example, I made a video, I don't know when it was, let's say 2 years ago, on how to basically fix your iPhone if it's like muffled and whatnot. Because I was having a problem with my iPhone when I was trying to do voice recordings or record on it. The vocals were all muffled and the audio was muffled. And I found out like a way to fix it. So I made a video on it because I thought if I needed this, other people would need it. And like 2 years later, there's still people using that video. But my initial thought was like, this is to fix the iPhone phone, muffled audio, basically, so that you can hear what you're saying and other people can hear what you're saying, basically. Now, let's look at the larger ramifications of both the iPhone video and the actual piercing. So what I was saying in the conversation with Aisha is basically, yeah, you might pierce someone today, yeah, and they might be happy with that piercing, but that piercing might give them the confidence to then go on a date with some dude or whatever, and then that might change their life in, these different steps and all that sort of shit. Or, they may get a compliment on that piercing that may make them feel really good on a particular day, that then may give them the confidence to go and do this, that then leads to that. Like, there's a bunch of butterfly effects in it. Like, it's never just one thing and then it's done, because us as humans And as the world keeps moving, like the world's never stopped. It's never, okay, this action led to this and then it's over. There's always ramifications down the line, innit? So I wanted to communicate that across, and I don't know if I'm communicating that well, but let's get back to the video stuff, because I've got more examples for that, basically. So with the iPhone video, I just started thinking about it today, to be honest, before making this video. But I just realized that, someone might watch that video and then have a phone call with, a family member that they really love or whatever, or might have a business phone call or whatever. Like, there's so many different scenarios that can come from them being able to fix that problem, that issue with their phone. And me creating that content has now helped that person to go through these other paths. And the point is that, that video, to a normal person who doesn't have that problem, that video, that the value is very, very low. Like, no one cares. You're not going to care about that video on how to fix your iPhone if your iPhone isn't broken, innit? But to someone who's trying to record something, or they're trying to have a phone call and they're not able to do that because their iPhone is being muffled and the audio's not coming through correctly, that is high value content right about there. That's very, very valuable. And that's going to make some big impacts in their life, whether they attribute it to that video or not. Like, them just having the ability to have that problem fixed and then being able to do all the stuff that they can do with, like, that problem fixed, basically, is attributed to that video. But most people won't think like that. So I'm trying to let you see the broader scope of the value of your content to your audience. You might make content because you want to make people smile. That's a common thing that people say. I want to make people smile, I want to make people happy. That sort of BS, isn't it? Like, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, innit? But doing that then might give that person, that person who's smiling, who's getting some entertainment from your content, they might then, do something else that they enjoy, or they might then feel more confident or more in the mood to interact with other people and to, hang out with their friends or hang out with their family or do this or do that. If you get what I'm saying, it's like, it's not just they're going to smile in that moment and then it's done. Like, that emotion's going to carry through the day, hopefully, but at least a couple hours. Like, they're going to make some decisions that can be traced back to, that emotional state changing in the first place. So understand the butterfly effect, cuz it's real. Understand the far-reaching consequences of making content. Just because you feel like, just put up a video like that is calm, that video can reach someone at the right time in their life and allow them to change their lives, possibly. And I don't know what kind of content you're making. The content I'm making can definitely change people's lives because I'm giving them specific answers to problems that gets them, to a point that can change their lives. But if you're making like entertainment content, you're probably not changing people's lives on like that much, but there will be a percentage of people whose lives will be changed by what you're doing. Like, I'm saying that so that you don't go out and be like, yo, I'm changing people's lives, cuz like, that isn't what I want you to get from this. I just want you to know that the possibility is there, and a percentage of people will find your content at some point in their life that they needed to find that, and they may, get a great emotional impact from that piece of content, or informational impact, depending on what kind of content you're making, that then allows them to take a different path that they wouldn't have taken if they didn't find your piece of content. So that's the emotional value, that's the consumer side, the viewer side of the value of the content. Something that you may have thought about before, but maybe you didn't think about this deeply. But hopefully now you understand how valuable your content can be, okay? And if you don't feel like your content is valuable to this extent, you now know how you can then make it more valuable. Like, you can make better content, content that actually triggers an emotional response, actually makes people laugh and all that sort of stuff, or content that actually teaches people something that helps them move towards a certain specific thing, okay? Now, the other side is something that I was discussing on Instagram I don't know how many days ago, maybe 2 days, but follow me on Instagram at Jay Cartere. All my, acts on every single social platform, but definitely follow me on Instagram because I'll be dropping gems over there in Instagram stories, and those disappear in it. So if you don't follow me over there, you just won't get this content. But I've decided that this content was just so important, although I'm not going to remember verbatim what I said, but it's so important that I needed to fling it in a video and make it a permanent thing. Companies value content creators. This is where it gets real. This is where we're talking about capitalism and making peace. This is what we're all about, financial freedom and getting to be able to do what you want, yeah? Okay. Companies really value content creators because in this day and age, in 2019, 2020, on and on and on, as a company, you need to be creating content. A company that isn't creating content is a company that's behind the curve because most companies are creating content. So if you're a company that's not creating content, you're not going to be building your brand and being on the same level as all the other companies that are actually creating content. So you will be behind. That's why you will see companies putting out videos and all this sort of stuff, blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, a lot of companies, they can't be bothered to create content, bruv. Like, all they've known is create products and create promotional content, and that's done. They don't create, like, daily content or weekly content and all that sort of stuff. The companies that will be doing that are the companies that are going to see massive success because that will pay off. Like, that builds brand ridiculously. And people are going to consistently see that moving forward, and more companies are going to move around to that. And the companies that double down are the companies that are going to win. And you will see this, trust me. But the fact is, as I said, a lot of companies, they just don't, they can't be bothered. They can't be bothered, and they don't have the skills to put that in place, and they don't want to pay the price to hire someone else to do that. And if they do hire someone else, then they probably will put out like a piece of content a month, or maybe 2 pieces of content here and there, or they'll do like a special piece of content where they'll get like some celebrities in their industry to come into a piece of content, and they'll just have like hero piece of content just sitting there, and they won't really produce more content around that, innit? That's where you come in. That's where you come in as the content creator. Companies want to work with content creators, yeah? If you can prove that you are an efficient, hard-working person who can provide quality content, yeah, then a company will want to work with you because you're doing work that they don't want to do, innit? Like, if you can produce videos and you can produce content on a regular basis, a company will want you to produce content for them. And the reason that I bring this up, and the story that got me around to this point on my Instagram story, was I approached Isotope. I think it was earlier this week. I think it was Monday. I sent out my pitch email to Isotope, basically pitching them, telling them what I can do for them and all that sort of stuff. If they, send me some press codes for their mastering plugin and their mixing plugin, because I'm making content on how to make beats, like music production. I'm gonna be making a bunch of content around music, and I will be talking about mixing and mastering because it's very important, and it's something that I've learned over the years and all that sort of stuff, and something that I'm still actively learning, trying to get better at. But I can share my ideas, my tips, and what I've learned and all that sort of stuff. So I really wanted to get these plugins. I was willing to pay the price. I was willing to pay the price for one, though. I wasn't going to buy 2. But I was willing to pay the price. But I thought, let me holler at them, innit? Let's see what I've got. Let me see if they'll be willing to send me a press copy, innit? Because having those plugins, like, they make mixing and mastering plugins, which you have to mix and you have to master every song, but if you're making beats, you don't have to master every beat, basically, which I found out now. But I'm going to be mixing at least in every video. Well, not in every video, but those plugins will be in the background of pretty much any video on like music production, especially if I'm actually making a beat in that video. So they'll get, what's the term? Subliminal's not the term. Subconscious is not, secondary. They'll get secondary promotion in those videos. And I'll also be able to make videos specifically around mixing and mastering, because that's a very important subject, and showcasing their plugins and looking into the plugins and finding out how their plugins work and all that sort of stuff, and just making videos around that, because I love making educational content around things that I actually use. If I use something, I'll make a bunch of tutorials around it. I'll basically create a user guide for that plugin, innit? Which is extremely valuable to companies, because most companies cannot be bothered to do that, or don't have the resources to do that, don't want to do that. And this sort of information gets people to buy, yeah, which is the important part. This is the capitalism coming into it. Companies care about making money. Companies care about promoting their stuff and getting their stuff in front of potential customers that want to buy. And if you can explain how to use something in a way that makes someone be like, whoa, I can use it, that's going to make that person more likely to purchase that thing. So my tutorials are aimed at people who already have, you know, the plugin or whatever, or have whatever I'm making a tutorial about. But people like who are on the outside, who are thinking about getting this plugin or getting this service or getting this whatever, they will watch tutorials on how to use it to see if it's something that they can use, to see if it does what they want it to do, to see how easy it is to do what they want to do. I do this. Before I purchase a plugin, I'm going to look and see if it does what I want it to do. I'm going to look and watch the tutorials and see how to use it, to see if it's long, to see if it's easy. You know, all that sort of stuff is very, very important. So I told them I'm going to do this for them. Like, I'm going to make at least 20 videos showcasing their stuff in the background, because I'm going to make at least 50 videos this year on music production and stuff. I'm going to pump them out. Trust me, I'm going to be on this thing. So they're likely going to be, you know, shown in the background or whatever, or on my mastering insert when I'm like mixing and all that sort of stuff. So they'll be in the background, but I'll also make, you know, a few videos showcasing their thing. And yeah, they sent me the press code and all that sort of stuff. And I wanted to share that your content's more valuable than you think. Like, a lot of content creators, they don't think that they can approach companies and bring something to the table. All they do is beg. They beg. They're like, yo, can you please send me free stuff? Can you please send me this free thing? No one cares. No one wants to send you free stuff. No, they want to get something out of it. And if you create content, you have something to bring to the table. You just need to learn how to sell it to people and how to let them know that you're bringing something to the table. You can't just beg people. If you beg people, you're not going to get anything. If you tell them exactly what you can do for them and show them that you can actually benefit them, you're much more likely to be able to get involved. And I will make like a pitch email template for pitching to companies and getting them to work with you and sending you stuff and all that sort of stuff for creatives. It will probably be linked in the description to this video eventually. I haven't made it yet at the time of me filming this video. It will be paid. It's not going to be free. Just to let you know, so you don't get mad when you click the link and realize that it's a paid thing. We've got to make money out here. Capitalism, you know, spend the peas. It won't be expensive. It won't be more than £20 or whatever. But it's going to be worth it, innit? If you don't know how to write pitch emails and you ain't been getting anything from the companies that you've been approaching, this pitch email template is really, really going to help you out. So, the point is, yeah, if you make content, you are able to bring this sort of stuff to the table. You're able to bring, you know, consistent content around their product to the table. And that is a big thing. That is a very big thing. I put out, like, if they check my channel, because I let them know, you know, I use SEO, all this sort of stuff. But I put out a bunch of content. And if you look at my channel, you can see the consistency. You can see that I'm on this thing. And I'm not one of these half-hearted people trying to get free stuff. So you can see that I'm going to be putting in the work. And you know that if you give me your thing, it's going to get promoted. And it's going to come out. And you don't need to go and work for a company and create content for them specifically, although you could, and people will be willing to pay you for that. You could definitely holler at a company and be like, yo, I love what you do, and I'm willing to make content for you specifically. I've been able to make these videos in the past. Like, I know how to record and edit and blah, 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 blah. And I'm able to make like this amount of videos per week for your company, promoting your brand around this. And you can do it on your own channel, or you can ask them, you know, to hire you basically as a freelancer. And I'm sure you can make some money doing this. You can make some good money doing this. But as a creative on your own back, you can do this as well. You can get sponsorships doing this as well. And you can make some money from this. Like me personally, I wasn't trying to make any money from this. I just wanted to get those sweet plugins in it so that I could use them and teach other people how to use them as well. Like, it wasn't about trying to make money. Like, I did want to get on their affiliate program, but they ain't got an affiliate program, so it is what it is. But I wanted the equipment to make better music, basically. But you need to understand, the content creation is a big skill that companies are willing to pay very, very high prices for. Like, they're willing to pay some money for it. Because video editing is long, cuz. If you've learned how to edit videos, it's long. And other people don't want to learn how to do that. And if they're hiring people, they're going to be spending very, very big bucks. And it's not just video editing. It's also, you know, SEO. SEO is the biggest thing. SEO is super big. SEO is my crown jewel. Like, if you've watched my videos and you know how to, I don't know if you've watched enough of my videos to learn how to use SEO yet. If you've been through my course, you should know how to use SEO. If you've gone through the YouTube For Noobs course, link in the description. It will teach you how to use SEO. Or my YouTube Ranking Secrets course, which is basically only on the SEO portion of my YouTube For Noobs course. That'll teach you how to use SEO. And that's a big skill that people pay for. Because if you can get a video to rank, that's consistent views over time. And companies play the long game, bruv. Companies know how to play the long game. Most people out here who are just individuals or creatives or whatever, they don't know about the long game. They don't know about the long game. They're just trying to survive, which is fair enough, but they're trying to blow up tomorrow because they want to get to the position that they want to get to. They don't think about, you know, this is going to take a very, very long time. The companies know about playing the long game. They know about putting stuff in place that makes them money forever. And you creating content does that. You creating content that ranks on YouTube does that, yeah? So if you can communicate to a company that, yo, I've got 4 videos ranking on YouTube right about now around the same kind of thing that you want to do, like, what are you saying, cuz? Do you want me to get your next video ranking? Like, what are you saying, cuz? Like, they're more likely to work with you at that point. And I was able to show them examples of the content that I'd made in the past around, you know, music production, my music tutorials. And I've got a video, how to write a rap song, over 1 million views, cuz. So if I make like 4 more videos around that, link to their things in the description, like, who's going to be mad at that? Who's going to be mad at that? And how much did they pay me? Didn't ask for nothing. They just gave me some free plugins, innit? So if you're ever thinking about buying something, and you know you can provide value to the company, holler at them, man. Holler at their press team, holler at their sales team. See if you can get in touch with them and see if you can bring something to the table. Let them know, yeah, I create content. I can make videos around your product. I really like what you're doing, basically. Like, if you really like what they're doing, tell the truth. Don't lie to them and say you really like what they're doing when you don't really like what they're doing, if you get what I'm saying. But let them know you can produce content, and you can produce content on a consistent basis, yeah? Let them know you can produce at least 10 videos around their thing. And most people will be like, hey, go, take my stuff, just do it. Because, like, this content creation takes long. I tried to make a video, it took a month. Like, that's most people's experience with content creation, I believe. Although, you know, you got to do it for years to get good at it, innit? But if you've done that and you've got to this place where you're able to pump out content on a consistent basis, you need to realize how valuable that skill is, man. And there's so many opportunities for you. As I said, you can approach them to be paid, to try and be someone working for that brand if that's what you want to do, to like freelance for that brand and actually be under them and be creating content for the company. But you can also just create content for that company on your own YouTube channel, like what I do. Like, I create content for my affiliates, basically, but it's for my audience. I create content for my audience that serves my affiliates and that serves my company partners or whatever. That serves both audiences. Everyone's happy, and, you know, we keep it moving, basically. And I don't have any responsibilities to anyone. Like, I haven't signed any contracts to say, yo, I'm going to create content for you forever. I'm not employed by anyone. So if anyone's like, I don't like what you're saying in that video, bruv, we're firing you. That's not going to happen over here. That's not going to happen over here. I don't have any like strings attached to any of these companies. So I'm able to do what I want on my own terms, which is what I want to do. But you can make big bucks by actually, you know, just producing content for one company specifically, or being like, yo, I want to produce content for you. This is my price. I'm going to be able to do this amount of videos. I can get this video to rank over time. Like, don't think about it, even if you're a small YouTube channel, don't think about it in terms of, you know, the views and all that sort. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The views can come. Like, they can promote your thing and push it out to their audience and get more sales doing that. Like, the views will come in it if you're making enough content and you're doing it on a consistent basis. And as a company who's reached some level of success that you're hearing about them, they know the long game, innit? They know you do something, you put it out, you do a bunch of work behind it, and eventually it builds up, because that's the way that everything works, basically. Like, that's how the world works, isn't it? So they understand that. So if you can communicate that you're willing to put this work in, and you've got the catalog to show that, you're able to show that you've been putting out, like, let's say minimum 3 videos a week on a consistent basis for like the past year, then they're very likely to be on board with working with you. Like, maybe they don't want to give you any money, but maybe they'll give you a free plugin or a free thing or whatever, and then you can build a relationship with them. Even if you're not getting any money from like the first point of contact, you can get that free thing or whatever. This is for when you're starting out. When you're like a little bit bigger, and if you want to make money, then that should be your goal, and to just try and get the P's. But if you're just starting out and you ain't got any leverage, you ain't got any real catalog around this specific niche, because personally, I don't really have enough of a catalog around music to be around, you know, music tutorials to be like, yo, send me the money, let's get a sponsorship, let's get it running in. I need to build that. So in my building process, it's good for me to build these connections and to just do things for, you know, not for the money, but for free, basically, for the love, because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it for the love, innit? But yeah, if you do want to make P's, you can do that with still getting the free thing sent to you first, and just building that relationship. And you build that relationship by saying what you're going to do in the pitch, and you tell them exactly what you're going to do. Let's say you say you're going to make 10 videos or whatever. You're going to try to get them to rank and all that sort of stuff. And you do that. You over-deliver. You make 30 videos. And then you come back and you're like, wow, look at all these 30 videos I made for you, cuz. Do you like them? And then you have that conversation. You see what they like. You see what they don't like. And you keep it moving. You just keep that relationship going. You do more things to benefit them. And they might do some things to benefit you. Like, you'd be like, okay, I made 30 videos. Do you mind retweeting my playlist? Do you mind retweeting it? And if they ain't going to retweet your playlist, cuz, go find another company to work with. Because if you've made a playlist of 30 videos, yeah, and you've tweeted it or whatever, and they're not going to retweet it, that's a mad thing. It's a mad thing, cuz. You can usually get them to retweet it, innit? Like, they should be just retweeting it off the rip without you asking them. But you can probably get them to retweet and that sort of stuff. And build that relationship. Get that give and take going. And then when you've provided results, you, like, say you've sent a certain amount of traffic to their website that has resulted in sales, which you may not have the sales numbers, but you can at least see the traffic that you're generating if you're using like Bitly or any sort of link shortener that shows you how many clicks are going through. Then you can see how much traffic you're actually pushing to the company. And then once you're at, like, let's say you're sending, I don't know, 10,000 visitors per month. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a good place to be. 10,000 visitors a month, you can make some cash. So let's say you're pushing 10,000 visitors a month, but let's bring it down, because I don't want you to think you need to get to that in order to ask for money. Let's say you're pushing 5,000 visitors a month, which is a lot. You're pushing 5,000 visitors to their product page, their website a month. At that point, you can say, hey, do you mind sponsoring a video? Helping me out so I can pay the bills and all that sort of shit. And they're probably willing to do that, because you've already done 30 videos. You've already proven that what you do works. You've already proven that you're a hard worker. You've already proven that you deliver. And they're going to want to work with you. And they're probably willing to just fling the cash at you. And the amount of cash that you're probably going to ask for, probably nothing to them. Probably way less than how much they'd spend to hire someone to make content for them. Okay? And you being willing to do the work for free and being willing to do the work for free products and all that sort of stuff is very necessary in the beginning when you haven't got the leverage, you haven't got the catalog. But only do this for companies that you like, companies that you actually want the products from. Don't ever do this, yeah, if some random company sends you a message and they're asking you to do something for some next product that you don't really care about, don't do that. Don't do that at all, because it's gonna be long for you. It's gonna be long for them, and it's just a waste of time. Only do this for companies that you would love to work for free. Basically, I'd be an Isotope partner for free. Like, I don't mind. I love their stuff. Like, I love what they're doing. And I would love to be in that circle to get all their plugins for free, basically. I love that, because it serves me as a musician to get their plugins and be able to make better music. And it serves my audience to, show them how to use these plugins and all that sort of stuff. And it serves them because I'm making a bunch of content around this stuff. So I hope you understand what I'm getting at here. We're at 30 minutes. I don't want to make this too long. I kind of feel like I don't know if I'm going all over the place or if I've kept on one thing and gave you the information necessary, because I'm trying not to forget anything, so that you understand how valuable you really are, and understand that companies are willing to pay you the piece, and you are valuable in terms of the content that you make can make a company a lot of money. You need to understand this. You need to understand that you are actually valuable in the marketplace. You're not just valuable in a woo-woo sense, like, you're valuable. You're a human being, cuz you're a human being. Don't worry, you've got value. You've got intrinsic value as a human being. No, that's not what it is. Talking about value to the market, which actually matters. Your value as a human being, no one gives a shit about, yeah? Only person that cares about that is your mother and I guess the justice system if you get murdered, but they don't really care about that, to be honest. They care about clearing the cases. So they don't care about your value as a human being either. Your mother cares about that, and maybe your girlfriend and their man over there. Yeah? So your value to the market is really out here. You do have value to the market. You can provide something that helps companies make money. So next time a company's approaching you and asking you to, hey, can you make a video on this? Can you make a video on this? Think about what you're doing there. Because depending how long you expect to be making content, you're going to make a video that lasts forever, yeah? That's not a small amount of time, as long as YouTube exists, isn't it? Like, we don't know what's going to happen in 300 years. But your lifetime, yeah, it's going to last your lifetime. And that can then rank, that can then accrue a bunch of views over time. So think about it. Think about what value you actually providing here. If you know how to get videos to rank and you've watched my videos on like how to rank videos and stuff, like watch those on my channel. Please download the course if you haven't. Go through the free course and purchase the YouTube Ranking Secrets course. Trust me, it's going to help you out a lot. But honestly, I did just make a free video on how to rank on YouTube, so you could just go through that. But if you want to support me, just purchase the course and let me know that that man's helping you out and all that sort of stuff. But if you ain't got the money, just watch the video on the channel, innit? And use that and apply it and learn how to do that and learn how to become better at content creation, and then sell that skill to companies. Sell that skill to companies, whether you're selling it for money or you're selling it for access to their products, to build those relationships. Building relationships with companies that you like is very, very important. It's very, very smart, trust me. You're going to be very, very happy that you've done that in 3 years, because these companies, they grow in brand and power and grow their audience as you grow in brand and power and grow your audience. And it's just happy days for everyone, because if you're cross-promoting them and they're cross-promoting you, it's just everyone like... rising tide raises all ships. I think that's the saying. So everyone's happy at the end of the day. I said way too many times in this video. I need to stop doing that. So your content can be valuable. I hope this has given you some insight onto how to make your content valuable and what steps you need to take in order to get to the point where you can bring content creation to the table. If you know how to edit well, you know how to you know how to be on camera well without saying too much, or you can edit those parts out, but no editing in these videos. You know how to market, you know how to use SEO. These are very, very important things that companies are willing to pay you some good money for, yeah? So, no more for the rest of the video. Trust me, they're willing to pay you good money for these things, and they're willing to partner up with you. So, bring that to the table and understand that content creation doesn't just have to be, okay, I'm making videos, I need to build a subscriber base, I need to build an audience, blah, 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 blah. No, you have a skill that's worthy to the market, that's worthy to companies out here who are trying to make money. You can make big bank, cuz. I'm not out here trying to make big bank from content creation, because I'm trying to make big bank from producing, producing beats and that, yeah? So... so annoyed that I said that last time. This is the last time. Last time was the last time, cuz. So I'm not really trying to pursue the content creation stuff over there, but that's why I'm sharing it with you, so you know that it's an option and you can definitely do that. You don't need to just be thinking, oh, I need to make money from my audience, I need to create content for my audience. Well, you should be serving an audience regardless, but you can partner up with a company and make content around what they are trying to promote and stuff. You can make some good money doing that. Whether you're licensing or not licensing, whether you're freelancing for them or you're making the content on your own channel, those are the paths that you can take. And I hope you also understand the long-term value and the wild ramifications that can come from someone just watching your content. Like, all the value that someone gets out of watching your content, it might not just be solving the problem that you solve in that video if you make tutorials or whatever. It may then be the day that they have after being able to solve that problem, the things that they're able to do through solving that problem. There's loads of different ramifications. Butterfly effect is real. I understand that. You're very valuable, cuz. You're very valuable if you're willing to do the work. If you're one of these lazy content creators that puts out a video a month, you're not valuable at all. No one cares. That's the truth. Unless you're like, you make great videos. But even then, I doubt you're one of those people if you're watching this video, innit? Like, those big people, they're probably not watching my videos. You're probably an upcoming creator trying to build your audience and all that sort of stuff. So you need to learn hard work is where it's at. Consistency is where it's at. You can put out one video a month when you make a catalog of videos that are popping off and you've proved that you can make great videos. At that point, you can maybe put out a video a month, but then still, that's just terrible for you. That's just terrible business-wise, to be honest. Because you're giving yourself less chances to be seen, you're giving yourself less chances to put out content around different things, and putting out a bunch of content is very, very good. Me putting out all this content, putting out all these videos that may get 20 views and 30 views and whatnot. Some of them get like hundreds of views, some of them will get thousands of views. But I'm creating so many videos and answering so many questions that so many different people are going to see these videos. And the people who are already following me, the people who already care about my videos, they're going to see so many different aspects of, you know, what I do and all that sort of stuff. And they're going to learn so much from me. So the depth is very, very important. The more content you do, the more people you can serve, the more different things that you can talk about. So I don't care if I talk about something that no one cares about for a video, because I'm going to make another video tomorrow. And I'll make another video the day after. And another video will come out the day after that, and blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't matter if a video gets 5 views, because the next video might get 20 views. And the next video might get 1,000. Like, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is building catalog and showing that you can create catalog. Like that. This is the era of catalog, guys. I'm going to make a whole other video probably talking about catalog at some point, because it's so important. It's my driving force right about now. It's really what I believe in, building catalog. I think it applies to almost any endeavor. Building catalog is so important. The long tail, very, very important. I think I've already talked about this in the previous video, but you know, I don't go back and watch most of these videos. I just keep it moving. I keep on making content in it. So I think I didn't say again. If you don't know about the 5 most important steps to YouTube success, it's time. It's time to learn about it. Go through my free course, link is in the description, or go to growonyoutube.com/free course, and I'll teach you the 5 most important steps to YouTube success, so you can think outside the box, cuz, and stop fucking relying on AdSense and hope, because that ain't a good way to live your life, yeah? I'm going to teach you how to really make some real money with your art, and how to actually be a creative that's not a fucking starving artist, okay? So go through that course, please. It's going to help you out a lot. It'll like walk you through my story and give you some insight into the different things that you can do on YouTube, and not just, you know, trying to build, you know, a big channel with a bunch of subscribers for the sake of advertising money, because that's all about chasing children and chasing the lowest common denominator and just trying to chase views, and that's dead, man. That is a dead way to live life. I don't want to live that way, and I hope you don't want to live that way. If you do want to live that way, don't join the course. I don't care, innit? It's not that deep to me. I don't give a shit whether you go through the course or not. You'll either benefit from it by going through the course, or you'll continue to be ignorant and hope for the best on YouTube and do your thing, innit? So good luck to you. And when you sign up to that course, you'll also be added to my daily email list, where I drop gems, man. I drop gems. I'll be dropping gems to help you get closer to your goals. I'll be telling stories, dropping gems, giving you information and all that sort of stuff, and keeping you updated on the videos that I'm dropping over here, because, you know, notifications, wild out here. Like anything can go on. You can turn on notifications and not get notifications. So that's the way it is. But I'll see you in the next video. This has gone up to 40 minutes, which is wild. If you got to the end of this video, comment, fuck. No, I don't want to get people to swear. You might be young, innit? You might be underage. Comment, 64. So, UMMM64. Comment that in the comment section, and, you know, maybe I'll holler at you, send you a discount code or something. Maybe help you out. Maybe send you a DM. I don't know. Depends what you want, innit? But if you made it to the end of this video, then you're obviously someone who's probably on this thing, innit? So comment 62. And by the time this video comes out, I'll probably totally forget that I even said this at the end of the video. So maybe remind me. Maybe put like a parenthesis and say, you told me to remind you, or something like that. And then maybe I'll look into it a little bit deeper. But yeah, peace out. That's the end. I hope you understand how valuable making content is, and how valuable being a content creator can be, and how valuable content creation as a skill is. So even if you don't make it as, you know, the biggest YouTuber in the world, which is fucking stupid, you're probably not going to make it to that. You can make a comfortable living working with companies and just touch people's lives, basically. So peace out. I'll see you in the next one.